Welcome back to Let's Play Disco Elysium. Last episode, we found out Clausier's real name and potentially some more of the story behind the murder.
A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Oh, Ruby. Maybe this is the second girl.
Ruby?
Then tell us your real name.
It's Katarzyna Lazie.
The smile on her face is timid, almost painfully so.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please no.
But there's nowhere to go. A two-story drop to the Plaza Mosaic. Fragile, unshielded. Her voice is thin and tired.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
Okay, I'll keep you here, miss, for now. We do have a couple leads to follow up on. Please excuse the quiet humming in the back. Today is quite toasty. Yes, it's hot in Topeka. Let's see. The Bowie, Ruby, Clausier, and... well, that's really it. Now, we do have 2 skill points. We could either punch up some... I'm gonna say, for the time being, I'm going to activate these dots. Let's do... let's say self-critique and date of birth generator. Okay. These other things will have to remain a mystery. Bowie. West of the boardwalk, somewhere in the reeds. Let's do that. We'll do VizCalc.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
What happened here?
Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are 2 neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
Let's see, on the diagram up here, I'm seeing the Fawn building. That is the Fawn building. The radio tower, or the little island off the coast. Accessible, I'm assuming, only through Joyce.
2-hearted spider. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired.
Oh, nice. I just realized this little overlay here.
The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain, ending him. From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Inspect the figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Have a look at point A, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
So what 80%, so I'm what, 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from.
72%, with a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies.
Could the shot have come from inside the room, a closer point?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective.
Any arguments against A prime, the roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could there have been another point of origin, further away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Sure, why not? Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely.
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Let's take a look at the boardwalk, not the farm building.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Believable. We did find Billy Majon's husband at the end of the pier, which would coincide with the date and time that the event took place. And let's say our killer, probably Asel's father, the man who killed a man with a kebab. Yeah, could be him. I'm thinking the boardwalk. However, we did find that smoking cigarette at B2, Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
And the islet.
1 kilometer away, an unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the Bay of Martinez perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof? In Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say boardwalk, Land's End, or the islet.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Less than from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof for sure.
Alright. More investigating to do. Determine where the shot came from. Okay. Let's go to Titus. Listen, Titus. I talked to Klaus here. Now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
I'm gonna level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Lully's killer.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral fat.
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude. But we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus.
From the corner of your eye, you see a little bird fly into the bush, right behind the window, behind Titus's back.
Oh, the window. It was interactable early game. Let's see. Logic. We could present a theory. Ruby's a drug trailer established. Clausier gave motive. Reconstructed the murder scene. Staged like a play. Saw the winch outside. Ah, the winch. Right. Logic. Okay, I think I'm gonna press it. I'm gonna press it. Okay. Quick save.
It's you again. What is it?
Present a solid theory about why Ruby could have done it. 92. God.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Titus, why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here. All night. With us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 12:25 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
No toilet.
No.
That's a lie.
Oh. Wait, drama. You know that's not the case.
Alright. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that
We don't need
offered,
to.
And just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him.
He's been through it. That means he suspected her too. All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
There's the door. Could lead to the fridge. Ruby could have gotten to the roof from somewhere inside the whirling.
Nah, the only way up there is through Clausia's room.
How much do you guys know about this place?
We've only been drinking here for what? 6 years?
Been thinking of getting wilding in rats. That is on my ass, boss.
There you go. Tatted on his ass. We know the place.
There's a locked door in the kitchen and another on the roof. Ever been through those?
No, but that doesn't prove anything.
It's just 2 dolls. We're not giving you Ruby for that. She's one of us.
What if those 2 doors are connected, Eugene? Is that your name, Eugene? If they are connected, she could have gone to the kitchen, gone up, shot him on the roof, then come down. All in 5 minutes. How about that?
Yes, she could have. This is one long shot.
Have we firmly established Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot?
Firmly. Try shit on a stick. All you've established is a possible route to the roof. And even then, a route doesn't put that bullet in Merc's head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself. But what if you miss interesting information that way? The choice is ultimately yours. But
Wow, we're locked into this, aren't we? Well, I've already established Ruby's running drugs. She could have smuggled guns, too.
God damn. That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Every fucking 5 seconds.
All I'm saying is, from what I saw in her cabin, she'd have no trouble getting a gun.
Trouble. This is Revachol. Even the roid heads in the gym had a carbine. No one has trouble getting a gun. I still never saw her carry one.
he must be referencing some past case of theirs. He's angry because he knows you're right. What he's saying only confirms your theory.
There is a small 30% chance that shot came from beyond the roof.
Now what the hell are we supposed to do with that?
That still leaves a 72% chance it did.
He's trying to woo us with cop science.
Yeah, but the mambo jambo he's saying goes against his theory A.
It does?
Yes.
Just making sure we are on the same page. It doesn't all fit. We are just sharing info, candidly.
I didn't say I'd prove she had the murder weapon, only just that we needed to find her.
All right, Cole. Keep talking.
Pete, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this.
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
Clausier told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby.
Yeah. Like what?
Apparently she had a thing for Clausier.
A thing? You mean?
Behind his squinted eyes, dominoes are falling. Fast. It's all beginning to make sense to him now.
Oh yes, Titus.
Yeah, but they're both girls.
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
Yes, what Kim said. What Kim said.
Fuck you. First he says she's murdered him. Now she's a who? It's a lie.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there.
I did. I knew it.
That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
She didn't fuck you, 'cause you're 40, and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
Nervous laughter. Glacier said she made advances on her, and she thwarted them.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass.
She did tell us when we were close to arresting her. They don't need to know that.
That Ruby is queer as cabaret. Now that I start thinking about it, I don't know why I didn't see it earlier.
Oh, our gaydars are broken out here.
And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a hardy. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit,
If that's the case, then it's not right. But it's not the case, right?
There are many pieces that fit together that way, Eugene. Face it.
It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up.
and I suppose you have a theory about that too, cop.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Closio wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Shanky, no, Eugene, let's assume you killed him.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on a trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob? Or go alone for committing murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
When Claudia came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know.
Eugene wants a woman on the team so they can do their job. That must be hard. Half of Martinez is female.
Yes, she's just got her shit together. That's how she knew.
Yeah.
Wishful thinking has no place in a police investigation. The more logical conclusion that you wish to avoid is that she knew what had happened because she did it.
Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to ask her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However, hard, I asked. Wanna know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
Oh yeah? When does she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me, as in the RCM?
No, you, as in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. God, why does everything flee at the sight of my shadow?
It seems you have that effect, especially on women.
Damn it.
Right. That's the second one now who's trying to flee you.
Shut up.
You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
And what else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes, and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up, like can.
And then when they're all empty, just move on to the next can. Don't look back unless there was something you missed.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did.
Silence. He nods.
Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This called Titus, this called he. But she was too scared.
You know, it's very possible that she's talking about Kim right now. Any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry. So, she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Oh, I bet she's in the sewers.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlogged. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
You're all here. Who's out looking?
Lizzie needed some air.
Ah, so she didn't go tell Everard.
No one goes to tell Everard anything. He knows what he has to know. Fast.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure. There's some shit houses there. A cinderblock town. Fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a lawyer.
Her hair is red. Do you know what she's doing with ULAN frequencies?
The what now?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, if we're, connecting dots out here, the quest that we have with Sona requires us to build a theory knowing about the pale.
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more.
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
There you have it. Pale something.
And now I feel like they're not related. It's not much, but it'll do.
It'll have to.
Shake it.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite.
Okay, we're making some headway here. But this is exciting. Now we don't have to, grovel over the clues now. let's don our outfit. Yes. We have we can unlock the last thought cabinet, or we can punch up a skill point. Ask about Ruby in the village.
You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you? That Ruby of yours?
Yeah. And?
Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Glacier. It was nice and Ruby-centric in the end.
What do you mean?
Anything strike you a bit off about this mishmash?
So far, no one has mentioned hearing the shot.
Notice how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it. Neither did you.
Well, the bullet didn't have to come from the roof. Could have come from anywhere on the coast.
Absolutely. It could have come from anywhere. But you're suddenly so certain it came from the roof behind the window.
Well, you know, thanks for reminding me, Volition.
That's right. Finish thought. Just finish it and conveniently go on. She's watching you leave right now. You know that. Free as a bird on that roof. Lighting up a cigarette and thinking, am I glad Ruby's in this shit and not me? Don't listen to this guy. The theory was solid. He's just jealous. Move on. It's no use harassing her further.
Okay, we have a choice to make. And when we have choices to make, what do? Okay, well, we can either arrest Glacier right now and possibly ruin the rest of her life, or we can leave, give her the opportunity to slip away, never to see her again, if she is the suspect. But there are things to find out. We can ask her tonight. That's not gonna happen, because either way, we need to spend the day doing something. It is 1 p.m. We find the buoy. We go to all the positions, possible bullet positions, and then we ask about Ruby in the village. And when we do, we find out things about Ruby. Hopefully we can figure out something about the pail, and then we can go back to Sona. So the choice is Classe or explore. One moment. Okay, I've decided. I'm gonna let her go. So, first place is the church.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
Kim, could this structure have been used to take the shot?
From here to the whirling? I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this space as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower. In the distance you can hear the breakers roar.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freighter. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in Iraq.
Maybe the campfire was used by the perp.
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps, but anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fire this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2-kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out Biddable Prime, was it?
Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower, took the shot there.
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
It does look extremely rickety, and wouldn't help much either.
What about the cigarette butts?
Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joan? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Look over to the water. Over the water to the whirling in rags.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, through a thick snowstorm melting flake by flake in the waves, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender.
Hey birds. It's a long way down to your death from here. 20 meters at least. So it still could be the fallen building. Let's check it out. Anything new to say?
Hello again.
I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
You guys have been here for 3 days.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
Oh, is our Mr. Trent the killer?
He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone.
Why is it drama that always tells us this?
Sure. What's on... But of course.
There's an entrance somewhere, I just need to find it. Could this be the buoy Clausier told you about?
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash, but if you look closer...
That, over there. Must be the boy class you told us about. The one she hid her passport in. We should take a look.
Ooh, hidden things, secrets, lies.
Pick up the buoy.
You lift the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom appear to have been cut.
Examine the plastic ball.
The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it closed.
One moment.
But only just, barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
Sniff the buoy.
It smells like you would expect it to smell. The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner, actually. Smells a little salty.
Shake the buoy.
There's something in there, splashing around.
Splashing? Water got in there. Open the buoy.
A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae, and nothing else.
Well, damn.
No dogs. Who do you think took them?
I have no idea.
This is a minor quirk. We know what was in the buoy anyway.
Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope.
Yeah, I mean, that could be it right there. Any theories?
Might have been Clausia. Might have been the people after her.
You could ask the miss what she thinks, later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
We still got here too late.
It's okay. It is okay. What is next? Oh, what's this? There's a slit in the concrete here. A sewer? Glad we saw that. Relax, it's not yours. You didn't crash every motor carriage in Revachol. Hopefully.
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
What's in there?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Kim, any idea?
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
Think we might find Ruby down there?
We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol's sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building.
But not in there.
I hope not.
Finished thought. I am not gonna yell into a possible place of hiding. Now we did check the boardwalk. Nothing there. Oh, a boat? Whose boat is that? Wait a second. It's not moving. There's a boat. Who could that be? Is that Joyce? Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're in the village. We could ask about Ruby. We can also talk to Klaus. Or we can check if Joyce is there. Check the island. Check the boardwalk. I'm gonna check for Joyce real quick. No, I'm gonna check for Klaus. Okay, good. She's still here.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
I found your buoy. It was empty. Just seawater.
Oh,
Did you take the document?
He's trying to throw her off with the bluntness of the question.
no, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway.
She doesn't seem to be lying. She's genuinely spooked by their disappearance.
Perhaps the people who are after you took it.
They couldn't know where I put it. You mentioned seawater? I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch. The documents were probably just washed away.
Why do I feel like you've won here?
I really don't know, sir. I certainly don't feel like I've won. I feel like shit, sir. All the time.
But this turned out well for you. You slipped past all suspicions.
Clearly, I haven't.
The wet wind, heavy with brine and industrial pollution from the stacks nearby, ruffles her hair.
I'm stuck in Martinez just like all of us. I've been up here for... I don't know how long now. I like to call this my rooftop containment facility.
Something seems off with this theory I've developed about Ruby.
I don't know what to say. None of this is fortuitous for me.
The dried flowers on the roof. Could Ruby have left them? They don't fit with anything.
The what? Oh, those ones. I don't know, sir. I said I have no idea what to make of them. Honestly, I think they're just trash. I mean, there's no reason for me to think they're somehow connected to her.
She nods. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eyes. Not malicious, but dangerous.
Can we exhaust the rest of it?
I really don't know. Clearly,
The wet wind.
I'm stuck in Martinez just like all of us. For my sins, of course. For destroying my first love. Did I? Why do I still feel suspicion hanging over me then?
The lieutenant looks away. Oh, she nods. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eyes. Not malicious, but dangerous.
Wow, that really worked. Well, look at that. Joyce is gone. Went to the village off the coast. See you there, officer. Joyce. Okay, next episode. I think I'm going to... Okay, let's take a look at this. We got 3 thoughts on the burners. Self-critique. DOB. Wompty Dumpty. 1 hour. We're 5 points away from a skill check. Classier is acting very suspicious. And hopefully we can replace one of these to replace with a Aces High if we can grab that. Oh, yo, the WASD keys are... Wow, okay. What else? If Classier is still here at nighttime, we could talk to her. For some reason, the boardwalk's not showing anything, and we still need to talk to Ruby, the village, about Ruby. Okay. With that, I'll see you in the next episode.